What's up, film fam, and welcome to the Film Room Podcast. My name's Dion,
My name is Scott.
and today we asked the question: if you got stranded on an island and you could only pick 5 movies from the 2000s, what would you pick and why? And Scott, when I got into this initially, I was thinking we're by ourselves, right? We're not stranded with other people, right?
Mm, I guess so. Yeah,
We're just stranded by ourselves because I feel like that changes your selection.
that's
If you're
true.
stranded by yourself or you're stranded with people, I picked on the thought of we're stranded by ourselves.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
can.
you and me that got stranded. It's not we're stranded with a group of people, plane crash, boat crash, whatever. It's just I'm stranded here by myself, and these are movies I picked.
Yeah, I feel like if it's like okay, you're getting airdropped onto this island by yourself, and you can bring 5 movies. You'll have like survival supplies and whatever. You can eat and drink and whatever. But for entertainment, you only got 5 movies. And yeah, I guess I didn't really think of it specifically if I was with other people or not. So I guess I went in with the mindset that I was alone.
Mm, that's good. It's a good. That I feel like that's the way to do it if you're gonna
Yeah,
do it, and
yeah.
that's the way we're doing it today.
Well, so what would be a little bit different, like just in your approach, like if you're with other people?
Well, I feel like you're trying to pick for the group. You want to
Oh,
maybe trying to put some
screw them.
people on or something. You want to be like you're thinking in mind of. Well, you know what? When I get to one of my picks, I'll explain no more why I think it'd be different if you had a group
Okay.
versus when you pick by
If it's
yourself.
what like a personal favorite that like people don't really like, but you love for whatever
You'll see what I
reason, or
mean. You'll see.
okay,
This is
okay,
my tease. When
okay.
we get, if I get this pick, which I think I'm gonna get this pick, you're not gonna pick this
I
movie,
mean, that's probably
but
the point. Is I don't like it, or we'll see,
yeah,
we'll see.
we'll see what it is. But because I'm a gentleman and a scholar, I'm gonna give you.
Okay.
Let me play a little sound effect. You're stranded on the island,
Ah,
and I'm gonna give you the first pick of deciding what movie you're watching on the stranded island. Scott, take it away.
let me first just enjoy the zen of these waves of the ocean. It's nice. I enjoy it. But all right, let's get into my first pick then.
Let's get into it.
So with the first pick in the Stranded in the 2000s movie draft, I'm taking The Dark Knight.
Mm,
Um yeah, I mean there's a few movies that like I got a list here of I think I got 7. I got 7
mm,
here, and I got some honorable mentions we might get to, so but there's a couple that like I need to take in the first couple rounds cuz I can't have you have them. I need them.
mm.
And The Dark Knight is one of those movies. It's insanely rewatchable. I've already rewatched this movie a ton of times. It's got so many great action sequences, acting sequences, iconic quotes, great moments, uh, performances, everything. It changed the game from like as far as superhero movies from just like hero versus villain. You have Harvey Dent in the judicial system and like the duality of the Batman characters, just super great. Christopher Nolan absolutely bodies this. You guys know everything to know about this movie. It's coming with me on the island.
Yeah, no, that's a great pick. And I'm glad you went with this with your first pick because I strategically did not pick any superhero movies.
Not a single one.
Not a single one. And I was tiptoeing on The Dark Knight and I didn't end up going with it. So I'm glad you got it the first pick. It didn't take anything off my board. And the reasoning I didn't take any superhero movies is because I was thinking the fact of like if I'm stranded on an island and I'm watching a superhero movie, I'm imagining I'm going crazy for some reason, and I'm scared that I'd think I'm Batman. That
Mm,
was my mindset, and I'd try to do something crazy, end up hurting myself. So I'm like, I'm not gonna pick anything because I don't want to turn into Batman, and I don't want to turn into the Joker. So I'm like, I'm taking the Dark Knight off the board. That was my thought
interesting. That's
process
an
with it.
interesting. But I mean, see, to me, I'm just my base approach. Not for every single movie. Like, I mean, for every movie, it has to be rewatchable. Obviously,
Yeah, of course.
there's different qualities to that, and there's
Yeah.
different movies are rewatchable for different reasons, but they
Mhm.
have to be rewatchable. Like even if something's a great movie, like
What's the
Seven,
rewatch
for
value?
example,
Yeah.
do you really want to watch that 100 times? Maybe
Yeah.
not.
That's fair.
Maybe it's on your list.
Some
Did
people,
this
yes.
even? I think it came out in the two
No,
thousands.
Seven came on in the
Oh no,
90s.
it's never mind. But anyways,
Yeah.
that's an example of something that's like great movie. I don't know if I want to watch that a bunch of times,
Yeah.
but this movie came out in 2008. It's the first comic book movie to make $1 billion.
Mm.
But there was like I wanted to go through different genres of like an action movie,
Yeah.
superhero movie, a comedy, a different drama. So like I'm
Mm.
surprised you didn't go with any superhero movies.
Yeah, like I'm glad we went in with different approaches because I think our lists are going to be very different. With that being,
Okay.
and as you see my first award, I think you're going to see how we very much are going to shift on our on
Mm.
our picks. But with that being said, cue me up for me to make mine. So with my first pick, I'm going with the 2007 movie High School Musical 2.
Wow. Wow.
And I went the bops route because I can rewatch this movie and I just got I got a playlist of songs. That was my mindset. Like, this isn't like I legit like the High School Musical movies. Like, this isn't a joke. Like, I like all three of those High School Musical movies. I'm not out here saying like this is why High School Musical 2 is on par with Oppenheimer. I'm not that crazy. But I like musicals, and High School Musical was like my gateway drug to liking musicals. And What Time Is It is a song I listen to every single year when it's summertime. And I've done that since the movies come out. And that's not even a joke. Every time it's summertime, I play What Time Is It? And I think that would just bring me so much joy on the island because I'm assuming it's summertime. I'm
Yeah.
assuming we got nice weather.
Yeah, true.
And
I mean, you
another
heard the
song
waves at the start, so it was a
that
nice.
exactly
Yeah.
100%. I got four songs. There's four specific reasons why I picked this movie out of it all because they all came in the 2000s. The next
Yeah.
song is "Work This Out," which is a song when like they're going through tough times. They don't know if they can work it out working at the country club. And I think that song would be kind of like my motivation song. Like I can't start this fire. I start putting on "Work This Out," and then I think I could work this out
You
or
figure it out.
building. I can figure it out. It's gonna be my motivation song.
Okay.
And that and then there's a song "Bet on It," which is an individual song, which is Troy Bolton, and he got to bet on himself, man. It's another motivational song. I'm gonna be thinking I can't do something. I'm gonna be like maybe I should give up, and nah, I'm gonna play "Bet on It." You know, bet on it, bet you can bet on me. That's hope I don't get
Mm.
freaking we don't get dinged on YouTube for
Demonetized.
that. Not demonetized, but I hope you doesn't. I know I sounded like Troy Bolton there, so I hope they don't think
Yeah.
we
Zach
get knocked
Efron's
for
not
that.
actually here, guys.
No, don't worry, guys. It's actually just me. So you see your good old friendly neighborhood friend Dion. But last song, and this is I'm feeling zesty. You know, maybe I'm feeling myself. Maybe I got a nice fit on the island. No fit checks in this episode, but maybe
Mm.
I made my own island fit, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
play "Fabulous" by Sharpay, and
Ah.
that's another bop, yo. I went with High School Musical. That's my first pick. Again, I don't think we're gonna overlap on a lot of these, based especially based off because that was my first pick. It didn't
Yeah,
that
I
probably need
mean,
to be my first pick because there's probably no worry about you picking High School
it's
Musical
not
too.
even no, it was not even a thought. It's not on my
That's all
list.
right.
I can
That's all
guarantee
right.
that. But
But that's my number one pick for
we
Bops.
should mention we chose the 2000s because we're both born in the 90s. So
Yeah.
like these are kind of like a lot of kids movies were like what we saw when we were coming up. So we would have been early teens by the end of the
Yeah.
90s. But I also picked some of these being like, yes, there's the nostalgia factor of the like the kids movies or the
Mhm.
just the movies that we liked when we saw them when they came out. But
Yeah.
even ones that like I saw afterwards
Yeah.
and I just really like because we're going to the island now, right? Not as a kid.
Yeah. No, for
So
sure. No, I'm trust me, all these movies that I'm putting on here, there's the nostalgia aspect to it, but I've also rewatched them. I've
yeah,
rewatched High School Musical. I know I'm not in this calendar year, but I've rewatched it a bunch of times and it still holds up for me.
I think
I
I've probably only seen it the one time.
That's fair. That's not the case for me.
Okay, hey, that's
I
fair.
might have seen High School Musical than I've seen The Dark Knight.
Wow,
Yeah, I'm pretty
that's
confident in that too. I think I could confidently say that
high school.
that
Okay,
I've seen High School
Troy
Musical
Bolton's
too.
biggest fan,
That's why I
or
walk number
is
14, bro. That's why I walk number 14 on ball. That's not the reason, but
no?
it worked out that way, and I just
Oh.
leaned into that.
I didn't
But
even know he was number 14, bro. You could be completely bullshit. What's his boy's name? The
Chad,
Chad.
yeah, see how I said that without even thinking about it
Yeah,
twice.
this guy
I ain't no
knows.
poser guy. I know my
This
stuff,
guy,
bro.
I didn't mean to test you. I was just asking the question,
No,
man.
you're testing my gangster, bro. I
All
took
right,
that
all
as an
right,
offense.
all right. What's Sharpay's brother's name?
Ryan.
Okay, what about see, I'm only gonna ask you main characters because those are the only ones I actually know. But
That's
like,
fair. Let's move on. Let's move
okay,
on.
okay.
We're gonna harp on High School
So are
Musical
we
too
doing a
much, but
snake? Do you get the next pick?
no, we just go back and forth.
Okay, wow, I
We can
got a
go
big
back and
advantage
forth at
here.
it. Yeah,
Big
that's
advantage.
fine.
All right, so my turn. In the second round, the first pick of the second round, I am taking. See, I want to be strategic with this because I'm thinking based on that, I can maybe get something else that maybe because you're not going to take this one. I need to have it, but I don't think you're going to take it.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I'm going to go with this one. We actually talked about this right before recording. I'm taking
Oh.
Ratatouille.
Oh
2000,
snap.
2007 Pixar film.
Mm,
Ratatouille, absolute banger.
yeah.
Love this. I love this story. It's a classic build up your main character. He works his way into the kitchen, break him down. No, you're a rat. You're not going to be working here. Rise him back up again. It's got the themes of making it from wherever you come from,
Mm,
no matter your background, you can make it. Don't be afraid to break the mold.
mm,
Even in the sense of like cooking, right?
yeah.
Going off the recipe, like you said, if we're on the island and if I'm like, nah, this is how I gotta build this shelter, but it might not work in this scenario because there's a tree overhanging and the sun's coming from this angle. Like, don't be afraid to break the mold. Think of Remy. Think of
True.
Remy.
That could give you some motivation for cooking too. Like you might
True.
try to get nice with it. You'd be like, you might be making something that's kind of basic and be like, I wish I can find some seasoning in this
Yeah.
island or something. You might
Yeah.
you might be turned into a next Gordon or next Remy. What am I saying? Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon
Who the
Ramsay,
hell?
get him
Who's
out of
that
here.
jobber?
Yeah, exactly. Turn into the next Remy.
Remy. That's what I'm
That's true.
saying.
You're right. Just give a sniff of the things, man. When he's explained to his brother the symphony of flavors in the mouth when you eat the grape and the cheese and the smoky and the sweet. It would make me really savor that's coconut that I'm eating or this fish that I caught. I'm really gonna be thinking of the symphony of flavors. It'll really make a hit.
That's a
And
great
a
pick, man.
awesome movie.
Oh, it's a
Love that
great
movie.
movie. And you know what it is? Like, I wanted to pick a Pixar movie,
You
but
know a
my
Pixar
favorite
movie?
no, because my favorite Pixar movie did not come out in the 2000s. I'm glad you picked one so I could even bring this up. My favorite Pixar movie, are probably the Toy Story movies, and they
Mm.
all fall without. Like the
Wait,
first two are
really?
in the 90s, and then this third one comes out in the 10s.
Damn.
None of
Why
them
was
are
there
in the
such a big
2000s
gap?
because they didn't think they were gonna make a third one.
Damn.
And there's just some
I
other
didn't
Pixar
realize
movies
that.
I enjoy too. Like there's a lot of them. We're talking. I could go Incredibles, Monsters Inc., all those things. Like I don't want to throw some of these out because I don't want to lead you. But I mean, you already know I didn't pick any of the ones. But if we were doing 90s, I'm showing my hand. I won't say which one. So maybe when we do this, but you'll
Yeah, you're
forget. No,
giving me
you'll forget
your draft
for
strategy,
the
man.
other
You're
one.
showing this is fantastic stuff. I think, I mean, Ratatouille. It's got the classic Pixar montages,
Yeah,
which make the movie so great. When he's learning to work together with Goose. What's Gusto? Gusto? No,
I f-
Gusto's like the main guy.
I
What's the
forget.
redhead dudes? The
I
main.
forget his name.
This is gonna bother me.
Uh,
I'm gonna look it up, but
yeah, I was gonna say we got the power of the internet at our
yeah.
fingertips.
But
We could look this
when
up.
they're learning to
Ratatouille.
work together, all the rats
Mhm.
cooking in the kitchen and like
Yeah.
the world building. I mean,
Is it
Pixar's
linguine? Like, oh, is it
linguini,
Yeah,
linguini,
linguine. Yeah, yeah,
linguini.
yeah.
But like, I also got to shout out like, yeah, we'll talk Pixar for a little bit here. I mean,
Yeah.
Pixar is maybe the best ever at world
Mm,
building, just as a
yeah.
studio and their collection of movies. But like, what's funny about or interesting, I guess, about Ratatouille is the sense of world building is that like it's not a reality outside of our own. So
Yeah.
you're not building a world like you're aliens
Hmm.
or some sci-fi shit or anything like
Yeah.
that. It's just a regular kitchen,
Hmm.
but it's a part of it's a specific niche part of reality in
Yeah.
professional kitchens that especially when I watched it for the first time as a kid I didn't know about. I'm not a professional cook, so like yes I know how to about work a kitchen in my house, but like
Hmm.
a professional kitchen it works differently. You have the different the chef, the sous chef, the associate, he explains all of this stuff. And Anthony Bourdain,
Yeah.
who is the famous chef,
Yeah.
said it's his favorite food centric movie. He said that all the tiny details they got right, like with with the different roles of the people in the kitchen, the way it's laid out. There's even a scene where Linguini's cooking and there's these tiny little burns on his forearm or something. He says like that happens all the time. I don't exactly
Mm,
know from what, but like
yeah.
the thing that Pixar does so well is all these tiny details
Yeah.
are so well thought out, and it's just littered with details and like stuff that just entrenches you in the world. It's done super well in this movie. This movie, it hits you in the feels. You want to see Remy succeed. It's just great story, such a
Yeah.
fun ride. It's coming with me on the island.
That's a great pick. That's a great pick to have on the island. I mean, we talked it up, but there's a lot of great reasons, and I ain't mad at that pick. Congratulations, you got Ratatouille.
Thank you. I'm so glad I have it.
Oh man! All right, so I guess it's time for my second pick in the second round. So again, I look at my list and I think about the order of these things, especially
Yeah.
like I know you're not picking this. My last pick or my fourth pick probably should have had a little higher because you might have snagged these, but I'm still gonna go with my second pick because it's how much I value it,
Okay.
and I'm going with 2000s. So I just got it right on the decade.
Okay.
Scream 3, and yeah, I knew you weren't gonna pick Scream 3,
I
but
knew
I
you
wanted
were
to
going to
get
take a
in.
Scream movie.
Yeah, it's the only Scream movie I could take because
Yeah.
all the other ones are in the 90s, and like it's the same thing as the Toy Story thing. The first two are in the 90s, the third one's in 2000, and then once they brought them back, it's just tens and on. So this is the only one I could pick. And this goes to what I teased earlier because I was thinking that if I was with a group of people, and I was saying this to my dad, I was
Mm.
like, maybe I wouldn't pick a Scream movie because as we keep watching this movie, I'm still thinking about the island paranoia, the island craziness. I don't know how
Mm.
long we're gonna be on that island. We didn't establish that, but let's just say it's a
You're
long
stranded
time. We're
forever, bro.
stranded. It could be forever. Yeah, it could be forever. There might be one person if we're in a group that turns into Ghostface. So one person might keep watching this movie, and every time we watch, he'd be like, this Ghostface guy kind of has a point. I should kill everybody on this island. And I wouldn't have picked it if I were with other people. That's why I was
Okay.
like, are we with people or we're not? Because if we're with people, I'm not putting any scary movies on here because someone might get inspired.
Yeah.
And I don't want someone to get inspired on this island. But I'm watching by myself.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
uh I picked it because again, like I said, it's the only one. And I think my dad also questioned this. He's like, why do you want to pick a scary movie? You're by yourself on an island. And
Yeah.
I'm like, it's gonna keep me on my toes. I feel like maybe I might get a little too comfortable sometime. I'll throw on Scream 3. It probably won't scare me after the 10th watch.
Yeah. You know what's coming.
I know exactly when things are coming, but it'll keep on my toes. But like, yo, watch out for these corners. Yo, like maybe someone is lurking. Maybe that chimpanzee I saw last week. Maybe he's plotting on me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
know. Like that rock wasn't there last week. I don't know, man. Maybe someone's
Mm.
moving that. Maybe someone's plotting on me. Yo. So I think it's gonna keep me on my toes. And I just like that movie. It's actually one of people's like out of the original trilogy. I know you haven't seen any of these, but people don't like the way it ended. I liked it. I think I have the what's it called? I have the privilege of watching these movies after they all came out because the first one came out the year I was born, and then as they kept coming out, the last one came
Mm.
out, I was 4. So I got to
Yeah.
watch these like afterwards. I didn't have like this hype of like, oh, and I can't wait till this is gonna be the last Scream, which now it is, and they're about to make a seventh one. But this better be like the great finale that we got to wrap it all up. I didn't have any of that because by the time I watched the third one, I think the fourth one was about to come out. So I was already watching as like this. I know this isn't the last one, so I didn't have that. So I like this Scream movie. I went
And
with
yeah, I know
Scream.
you're a big Scream movie fan. And
Scream
I mean,
head,
you're the
yo.
horror movie guy.
Yeah,
And
I got my dude Ghostface right here for
oh,
those on
true, you got the
YouTube.
cup. You
Yeah,
got the
let me
cup.
but I got Ghostface on top. This is when I went to see Scream 6.
6.
So
Okay.
there we
Yeah, I
go.
remember in high school you were Ghostface like every year for Halloween. You'd
Yeah.
always have the mask. And I mean, see, I was thinking that too about like
Like
the ongoing bit that we have as like guy. Like I'm not taking any horror
yeah.
movies, absolutely
Yeah.
not. But I was even thinking that because I'm like the war movie guy, like based on
Yeah.
us. But like those aren't they're not very rewatchable. Like you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
That's
I don't
fair.
want to be spinning Schindler's List over and
Yeah.
over. It's not a great time.
No,
You know,
definitely
it's a
not.
good
I was
movie, but like
yeah. The thing that I was why I lean towards the Scream ones also too with the rewatch value is there's funny elements to the Scream movies, like there's humor in it. So at least if I mean like any movie that you hear a joke enough times, then that won't be funny anymore. Like with any movie here, there's opportunity of like you'll get tired of it. But in this reality, we're not gonna get tired of the jokes. We're not gonna get tired
Yeah.
of the
That's a
scares.
good point, actually. I wonder that because I have some comedies on the list,
Same.
but
And then you
like,
wonder, like, will you get tired
yeah,
of the jokes? Or like, will different aspects of the movie just be funny? Like that joke didn't hit with you, and it's like, you know what? That actually is a funny joke. And then
yeah.
maybe do you keep bouncing towards like that was funny at the beginning. Now this is actually funny. It's like, you know what? I see the humor in this again. And then you just kind of
Yeah, I think it's like cyclical. I think it would almost be like a song. Let's say, like if you listen to a song for the first time, you're like, "Man, I fucking love this song," and you just play it over and over and over. Then you get sick of it, leave it for a while, and then you come back to it, and like, "Man, this song bangs." Like it was kind of like that, like but with a
oh, it's
joke.
the How I Met Your Mother thing. The I will.
Literally,
It comes around. I think, yeah, that's the premise of these movies are always gonna come around. You're
exactly.
gonna watch it, be like, "Is the Dark Knight really that good?" And then you come back into it. Hey, well, I will. Well, yeah, it is that good. You're gonna be right back in on it every single time.
Why so serious? I don't know. That's a stupid line. Then you
Yeah,
coming back is like, "Why so serious?"
yeah, and
And
you get all hyped. Like you start throwing sand. Let's go. You know what I
exactly.
mean? Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
that
why.
chimpanzee over there that was plotting on you, I'm fighting him after watching The Dark Knight.
There you go, man. So that's why I end up going with the Scream 3 as my second pick in the second. Are we going rounds or are we just going is this the one round and
Um,
we're just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
I guess so. I
We
mean,
already been
yeah,
saying second round, so I guess we'll
yeah,
go one pick each round. That's what,
exactly.
that's what so now we're going to the third round.
Going to the
It's your
third round.
turn.
In the third round, see, I'm still wondering if because I still have this movie that I have to have. I don't think you're gonna pick it. So do I go with the strategic one that you might take? You know what? I'm just gonna take this one because it's high on my list. I have to have it,
Mhm.
and I have other ones if you pick something. But I'm taking the Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers,
Mm.
2002. My favorite of the trilogy. It's a fantastic trilogy. It's a rare one that like all of them are great,
Mhm.
and it's a rare one that like I've heard people say all three of them are their favorite.
Mhm.
I've heard people like say each different one is their favorite, and I can't really argue with them. Like they're all great.
Yeah.
It's just a personal preference thing. But to me, like Gollum gets in there. You get
Mhm.
the duality of him, which is such a great character. We get awesome moments in Rohan when they're
Mhm.
fighting the scouts. The Battle of Helm's Deep. Oh my
Mhm.
god, that's literally the best battle I've ever seen ever. Probably the biggest reason why it's my favorite. I just like there's the undertaking of that. It was months that it took to shoot with hundreds of extras and the details into it, like the real fighting is just absolutely incredible. I think this movie, what makes it so rewatchable too, is that the lore is insanely deep with these
Mhm.
movies. So it's just littered with little details, and you find out more little things about characters and places each time you watch it. The music, you want to talk about High School Musical music? Lord of the Rings,
Yeah, score is crazy.
Howard Shore was on fire with this one. The score is absolutely insane. Like I love this movie. It's coming with
Yeah.
me.
I'm glad you picked that because that opens up a discussion, two discussions that I had. One of them is going to be extended in a later episode because the
Okay.
first one, I was going to pick a Lord of the Rings movie.
Really?
And we kind of already did this. Yeah, I was gonna pick Fellowship, Fellowship of
Fellowship?
the Ring. Yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
pick the Fellowship, but I didn't end up going with it. And it was for a reason which kind of contradicts what I did with these other two movies. One of them I couldn't do,
Hmm.
and then the other one I strategically picked High School Musical 2 because of the music. But part of me was thinking like, do I want to pick a series that is great because it's gonna make me want to wish I had the other movies
Mm,
too?
true.
And that's part of the reason why I didn't pick Lord of the Rings. And in some of my honorable mentions, I'll say later that I didn't pick this movie because I was like, it's gonna make me wish I had the rest of the movies
Yeah.
because I know they exist and I know I've in this world I know they exist and I know I've seen them. Somebody watch this one and be like, man, I wish I had the rest of the movies. Like, I wanna keep going. Did that thought come in your head at all?
Honestly, no, but it's a good point. Like when you as you bring it up, like it after watching this, I'm gonna want to watch Return of the King.
Yeah.
And I won't be able to. But I mean,
It doesn't make you change your pick, obviously,
no,
but it's
no, it
just
doesn't make me
something that
change my pick. But I mean, but it is a good point. It's something to think about. Yeah, that is a good. I didn't even really think about it, but you're right. Like I very I don't think I ever just watched one of these movies.
Yeah.
So
And
it
that's
would
what
be
it's
a
tough when it's
weird
like a good
thing.
trilogy of movies or whatever,
Yeah.
good series of movies where it's like I avoided those kind of movies because like, ah man, I feel like I'm gonna want to watch on in this scenario, it's gonna make me want to watch the rest of those other ones. But
Yes, I mean, but there are also some movies that like are great in a series, but standalone aren't as good. But like these movies, all in their own start to finish, wrapped up, are great as
yeah,
standalone movies. So like, and I have seen it, so it's not like I watch this movie and then I'm like, oh my
yeah,
god,
what
I need to know how
happens?
this
Yeah,
ends. Like
that's true.
I know how it ends. Yes, I won't be able to watch it. It's also a long runtime, which I guess is a good thing on the island.
Yeah,
You know, you'd
I
be
that's
killing
something I
time.
pointed out too. I was like, I need to throw a long runtime movie on here
Yeah.
just for like a day where I'm like, I'm just watching a long movie today.
Do I get the extended edition? Can I get the extended edition?
I'll give it to you. Eloise actually literally said that. She's like, yo, do a Lord of the Rings, do the extended edition. And I pitched her my reason why I didn't want to do it, but I'll give it to you.
Okay.
I'll give it to you because I have a pitch for a movie that I want, and
You want the
there's
extended?
there's a caveat on a movie, and maybe if because I gave you this
Oh,
extended edition, maybe
you're
it'll.
oh, this sneaky guy.
Hey, it's a draft, bro. I'm trying to make sure that I'm leveraging myself to be in a good situation, man.
Okay, okay. I
So
just
I'm gonna
I
give it to
have
you for that reason.
okay. I was gonna say I appreciate it, but now I know your ulterior
Yeah,
motives.
maybe I shouldn't have told you my alternative mode, but I'm too
But
honest.
I just want to throw in a little fact here, an interesting fact about
Yeah,
the Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. So the Battle of Helm's Deep, like I said, was shot over 4 months and had 20 hours of footage
damn.
that they cut down to. I don't know how long the battle is in the movie.
Hmm.
I don't know actually. I didn't look into that, but 20 hours.
That's insane.
And they gave all the extras T-shirts that said "I survived Helm's Deep," but
Oh,
they like crossed out the M, so it's like
mhm.
hell, like so it's like hell.
Yeah.
And apparently, like in New Zealand or Australia, like they would run into each other all the time, like, "Oh hey man," like wearing the shirt, and be like,
Mm.
"Oh hey, there's the guy with the shirt," just because there were so many of them.
Yeah, that's sick. That's actually really dope.
Yeah,
My other talking point, which will be have to be put in a further episode, is
yeah, because we got to do episodes on all of these. These are
that's my that's
bangers.
my that's my least favorite Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, your buns. Get out of here.
Yeah, so we'll have to talk about that when we finally
That's your
cover the movie.
least favorite.
Yeah, it's my least favorite, and
Does that doesn't mean you
that's
don't like it though?
it doesn't mean I don't like it. Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
like it. But out of the three movies, as you were talking about, some people said this is the favorite. This is the favorite.
yeah.
That was the one where I was like, okay, not even like okay, like this one's bad. Like last week we recorded him, and it's not on that level or anything, but it's just it's out of the three if we're ranking them. And
Yeah.
I always asked me like, oh, what do you think of the three? Like, which one's your favorite? And I was like, I guess the Twin Towers one didn't really do it for me as much, but I'll give you. We're gonna get more into that. I got to give you my
Your
deep reasoning and
reasonings. Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. But that's for
And
another.
like
That's a
that'll be
tease for a
after
future episode.
yeah, and that'll be after you watch it so you can be a little more detailed in like
Exactly.
not that you haven't seen it, but like right after you watch it so you can be
Yeah.
more detailed in your reasoning and stuff, but like
Exactly.
see, I wonder when we do those movies, do we do them like back to back to back?
Yeah. I wonder. We'll ask the family. Ask the
True.
film family. You guys, when we
True.
do trilogies and stuff like that, do you want us to do back to back to back, or are we talking about the whole? Are we gonna go on a tirade of watching three movies in a row and then like let's talk about all three movies? Like
Ah, true,
what's the
like
better
one
kind of
big
episode?
episode.
Yeah, like what's the better kind of thing? Because I
That
even
would be
thought
a
about
long ass
that would be
episode.
a long episode, but hey, we'd
That
have to
movie's coming
structure
with me.
we'd have to structure it differently. But that's a great movie to pick. I like
It's
that
coming
pick.
with me because you suck thinking it's the third worst. But but again, like this, literally they're all great. So
Yeah,
however people rank, I've heard rankings 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. So it like literally it could be anything.
exactly. There you go. So now it's time for my third pick. And with the third pick, we take Team Dion. I went the comedy route. We were
Okay,
talking about comedies.
first
I went
comedy
with
off the board.
The Longest Yard,
Ah,
the Adam
nice.
Sandler movie. And for those that don't know what the Longest Yard is, it's actually a remake. I didn't realize it was a remake of another movie that came out with the same title of his character goes to prison and he was a football player. I think he got caught like in it was like a drinking and driving situation. So then he goes to prison and the whole thing is about like a football game that happens between like the staff and then the what's it called, the prisoners. And part of me was using it as one just to get laughs, but there's like a little underlining of making the best of a bad situation. Like they're in
Ah,
prison, and it's like, oh, what could we do? We'll build a football team, and it's about them building up to that football game. And there's a lot of stuff that happens. I'm just saying I'm not going to ruin it. It's a comedy movie, but I won't still go too deep on the plot. But that movie is absolutely hilarious. It's one of my favorite comedies from the 2000s. There's a large selection of comedies. That's like
oh yeah,
year, every decade's got their heyday, but that's obviously the ones that we grew up on. As you were saying, we grew up in the 2000s watching funny movies and those kind of like slapstick kind of, well, not all slapstick, but those kind of raunchy comedies. And yeah, that's the one I went with. I do have the one worry because I also have established, I think, on this, just maybe just from wearing the t-shirts I wear and conversations we had, that I'm a wrestling fan. And in that movie, there's a lot of wrestlers. There's Stone Cold's in that movie, Kevin Nash, the Great Khali, Goldberg. So I think there's a little part of me to be watching and be like, man, I
you
wish I could
miss
watch
wrestling.
wrestling. Yeah. That was a little bit of my fear or my worry, but I'm like, nah, I love this movie too much. Maybe there is a little bit of that. Nelly's in the movie too. So maybe like, man, I miss like rap music. I wish I could hear some Nelly.
And you miss football, live
Yeah,
sports.
that's what I'm saying. I want to
And
hear. Well, I get to watch football.
High
I
School
get to
Musical
watch
to
some
be
football.
yeah, but there'll be basketball. You'll be like, man, I wish the NBA. Like,
There's
I
no
wonder
basketball in the
who's.
second one.
There's no basketball.
No, they're at summer vacation.
Damn.
Yeah,
All right, never mind.
I didn't even think about that, but that works out perfectly for my strategy of like,
Yeah,
at least the thing with basketball though, if there was basketball in it, which maybe someone the other High School Music historian is going to be commenting, there actually is basketball in this scene, but I think I could easily create a hoop on the island.
yeah, but you'd be like, I wonder what. I wonder if Tyrese Halliburton's Achilles came back, and if they're running the East now, or you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, that's true.
you'd be so curious about what's going on in the NBA.
No, I think I'd be more. You're right, but with the longest yard, I'd be more laps in the comedy. I think the comedy. I need some laughs on the island. I think it's
Yeah,
there. Every day is a different day when we decide which movie to pick. And it's like, I need some laughs today. Let me throw in the longest yard, and that movie's gonna deliver because that movie is just that's what that movie was meant to do, and that's what it delivers on is giving you laughs. And I grew up in that era, so none of those jokes. Maybe some of those jokes are gonna be like, "Oh, it's kind of wild," but after a while, you're gonna be like, "It doesn't." I'm just here on this island.
yeah.
Who am I worried about anyone being offended
Who's gonna
here?
cancel you on the
Yeah,
island?
exactly. Maybe it's that chimpanzee. He's
That
gonna be
chip
looking
man.
over
He's
the yeah. He's gonna be looking over. He's judging me, and he might kill me. Maybe that's the reason he's gonna kill me. He's gonna turn to
he's gonna
Ghostface
be no. He's
because
gonna watch the movies with you. He's gonna be a good guy. Sounds like a good time.
maybe who knows? We could get a football game going. But
Yeah.
that's my third pick. I ended up going with the longest
See,
yard, so I need some
it's funny
laughs.
you'd say like you like every night like throwing on because that was something I wanted to ask you like if in this scenario
Mhm.
are you spinning one every day or are you like you gonna try and space it out a little bit like maybe once a week throw one of them
Mm.
on and so like you could go a month without watching one like you watch one a month and try and space it out or like because I feel like every day is a lot
Well, when I said like the day of, I meant more so like
when you
I'm out.
pick a movie.
I'll yeah, like today's a day like I'm feeling a movie. What's my mood? What am I
Right,
feeling?
right,
So I have
right.
the variety. Like, do I want to like something a little spooky? Do I want the my try? I don't want to hear some bops today because we don't have a Walkman because that's the only thing we don't have a Walkman on. I just went Walkman because we're not gonna have iPods.
Because
That
you're
would
talking about
die,
2000s.
and because it would die.
Well,
At
what are
least a
we playing the
walk.
movies on? I'm
We actually
assuming
didn't discuss
we
that.
have
We didn't discuss
electricity.
it.
No, like we have to.
Yeah, that is true. We didn't discuss watch the movie.
Walkman. What is this guy?
I was thinking it's like a solar powered portable DVD player. That's what I assumed.
Okay.
Or that doesn't. I don't think that exists, and neither does a solar powered Walkman. But I'm going with the times, bro. Just
All right. All right.
let me have my. I don't have my Walkman actually, so we don't
Damn.
got the Walkman. So I gotta listen. The way I listen to my bops is through High School Musical. The way I'm getting my comedy is from The Longest Yard, and I might imagine myself doing every single day is like I'm doing my stuff, or whatever. Maybe I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm making the stuff, and it's like I need some laughs. Longest Yard gets thrown in. I need some bops. High School Musical getting thrown in. I need some. I need to be kept on my toes because maybe I'm slacking a little bit.
Yeah.
I need
Scream.
to throw on Scream, and also get some laughs in there too because there's some laughs in there.
Yeah, you gotta be diverse with the catalog. That's why, like, I went Dark Knight and Lord of the Rings first too. So I was like, okay, I got two like action movies. Lord of the Rings, I guess, more adventure, but there's a lot of
Yeah,
great action in there too. I was like, okay, now I need to like space it out. So I went with the Ratatouille,
Ratatouille.
but don't worry, a comedy will be coming with me. I got a couple options. I got
All right, well, I'm ready to, I don't know if it's your next one. You're up for the pick. So like
that's true.
whatever you want to do next.
Hmm. See, I'm so torn. I'm so torn. I say this. I've been saying this every single pick, but I am. It's true. I'm torn. I want to go with a comedy because I got to make sure I get one. You already got one, so I don't know if you're gonna take more. But I'm between two right now that I'm looking at. I'm gonna make a
Mm,
choice, and I'm gonna go with Rush Hour 2,
mm, it's a good
2001.
pick.
Jackie Chan, Chris Tucker, super fast paced, so much fun. I could watch Jackie Chan doing fighting action forever. That guy's a gem. His action's absolutely insane. Like the way he just like uses stuff around him. Super creative choreography, climbing buildings, doing backflips, all this crazy stuff. Um, it's just a hilarious movie, and it's coming with me on the island.
That's
I
a
need
great
you
pick.
need laughs. You're going with Your Longest Yard. I'm going with Rush Hour 2.
That's fair. You get action and you get comedy.
Exactly.
You're getting a double blend in. I actually had Rush Hour 3 initially on my list.
I thought about I had a it was tough picking between the two of them.
Mm.
Rush Hour 3
It
is
was
great
that your
too.
back and forth
No,
of
I
comedies, or
no no
is
no. It was like when I was making my notes, I was like, okay, I'm gonna put one of the Rush Hours on. I'm not gonna put
mm.
both.
And we can't do one obviously because it came out
No, one
in the
came out too
90s.
early, so I was thinking between 3 and 2. No, my other comedy, I'll let you know after. I don't want to give you
Okay,
too
that's
any
fair. That's
ideas, but
fair. Yeah, that's fine.
uh, yeah, Rush Hour 2 is coming with me.
That's a good pick. Again, like I said, I have the nostalgia for whatever reason for the third one the most because I actually have the DVD. I don't have it on me right now. I don't. It's probably in a box somewhere. But for some reason, that was the one that stuck with me. Maybe because at that point when that came out, I was old enough that I think I actually watched it when it actually came out. The other ones are just too young to watch when they came out. But no, two is also great. They're all great picks. And
Yeah,
getting Jackie Chan in there, I thought about that too. I was like that combo of getting comedy and the action. It's a great double uh dynamic that you got, and I'm happy for you. Hopefully it works out.
like
Hopefully the family's happy and everything.
all these movies are like that I picked so far, are like happy ones. I feel like like
Mm,
fun stuff is happening in the sense of like the Dark Knight. I guess isn't like a happy movie, but like
yeah,
fun stuff is happening with the action and just the story. Because I mean, I don't want to go on this island. I'm gonna be by myself already. I don't want to
yeah.
feel sad.
No, that's
And
true.
you had a spooky thing. You like the scare factor. I don't. So
Mm,
I don't want to feel that. I had
that is
some
fair.
some fun stuff.
Hmm.
Um, an interesting fact about this movie too, actually, that I've read. So the prop masters made $1 trillion worth of fake money
Damn.
because the whole plot of the movie is like there's this counterfeiter that they're
Yeah.
trying to catch. So there's a whole bunch of counterfeit money that was so realistic that some of the film's extras pocketed it and tried to spend it in real life. So it all ended up being confiscated and destroyed by the U.S. Secret Service.
Damn.
A
That's
trillion
wow.
dollars.
That's insane, bro. And shout out to those extras, bro, for being there. Were they underpaid or something? Damn,
I
bro.
mean, yeah, you probably only get like a couple $100 to show up for a day and like
That's
just be some
fair. Yo.
guy in a casino. But like, if you had a stack of $100 bills right in front of you that like looked
That's
like they're
fair.
super real, I don't blame them for trying it.
That's fair. That's hell of embarrassing though when you do get caught with it
That's
though.
tough.
I'm just imagining it's like, yo, this isn't real. Oh, it isn't? Oh, that's
Oh,
I gotta
damn!
talk to my bank.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what the heck? I got them from the bank. What the hell
Yeah.
happened?
That's crazy they look that realistic.
I know. Yeah,
You
I
think
mean,
you think like when we talked about Jackie Brown, where you just like you don't have to have them all looking, you know what I mean? Just have the top layer kind of looking realistic, and then the rest could just have like literally nothing.
yeah,
It's just to have like the thickness of it, and but they got the extras, so
yeah.
I guess it was legit.
Maybe there's like a different rule now. Maybe you have to have like a marking on it that says counterfeit or fake or something.
They thought
Like
they were
if
in a
you Google,
Tarantino movie, yo. They thought there'd be real
yeah,
cash on set.
exactly. Yeah, $1 trillion worth. Yeah, it's all real money.
Yeah, that was a great pick. I like that one. I what's it called? Yeah, no, that's a great pick. I don't have anything else to say, but it was a great pick.
So I got four. I only got one more left. and I got a lot of options. It's going to be a tough choice, but
Yeah.
you're next.
Let's go. So I feel pretty safe in this pick again, and I think it's more so because I know at the time when I asked you about this movie, I know you hadn't seen it, so I
Okay.
don't think you're gonna pick this because you haven't seen it. Because that was another avenue too, as we're going into as I'll talk about our honorable mentions, the movie I was gonna pick and we'll get to that. I was thinking about should I pick a movie that I've never seen before?
No, that'd be crazy.
I
What
don't,
if you don't like it?
and that's the discussion that happened with Eloise and my dad. But I was like, is it possible when you're on a stranded island that you're gonna be that critical?
What
Where
if you
it's
what if you took like we said we talked about this like what if you took him? You'd be upset.
I think I'd find the beauty in well, I'm gonna watch him because blank because of this. You know what I mean? Because I want to see this. Here's the thing though, the movie that I would have picked that I like it's like a critically acclaimed movie. You know what I mean? I
Okay,
can't
yeah.
imagine it'd be as I'm not like taking a shot at a movie that like it hasn't cut that nobody said anything about. Where I'm just like, let me just go on this. It's like a movie that's rated like an 8.5 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10. It's hard to me imagine that I'll watch be like, man, this is absolute garbage. Why did I
Yeah.
pick this movie? So
Yeah.
that was my route with it. If I was gonna pick a movie that I've never seen before,
Okay.
but I went with Sherlock, 2009 Sherlock. It's my
Mm,
Guy Ritchie, and you haven't seen that movie, right? You still haven't seen it?
nope.
No. So this movie is action packed, which I know it surprised you. The action in it is like really insane. Like the cinematography on how that I don't want to say too much of it, but is really cool. And I was struggling with the idea of picking a mystery because how much does a mystery
Mm,
movie lose its luster
lose. Yeah.
in its rewatchability? But I think this movie is really well done in the sense of like the characters are interesting, the performances are good, and like I said, the action's good. Where I still think I could enjoy it for that. Maybe the mystery part where like, okay, I know how they're gonna solve it, and as I keep watching, I'm like, okay, I'm seeing more and more clues.
Yeah,
That aspect will lose its luster.
that's the rewatchability I think of a mystery is where you're like because they always throw little hints in there, right? Like
Yeah.
as you're leading up and the first time you're watching it, you're not getting it because you don't
Hmm.
know. But like as you rewatch it more, you're like, oh, that's why he did this, or like that's why
Yeah.
this is there. Yeah. So that stuff I think if it's a well done mystery can still
Yeah.
have rewatch value.
And to me, it is well done. It's one of my favorite movies of him, and just in general, is one of my a mystery movie I really like. So there's that aspect of it. I really like Guy Ritchie's style, like the way his movies look, and just the characters in it are interesting enough in this movie that I feel like I can sometimes be like, oh, I'll focus on this character and be like, yeah, I'm gonna rock with this character for this movie. I'm gonna rock with this character, and I feel enough confidence in this movie that it will be a good rewatch factor for me, and this is the island element to it is the fact that I'm gonna keep watching this Sherlock character, and maybe it's gonna tap into something with me. I'm gonna start thinking like Sherlock. You know, I'm gonna be the mystery, like the guy on the island, just like solving things. I'm gonna be looking around with a new eye because I'm gonna be thinking like Sherlock.
Yeah.
That's my thought process with watching Sherlock. I'm gonna start thinking a little more critically on the island because you're gonna lose it. No, we're not bringing books on the island, so maybe I need that little the extra motivation too to be like, I need to start thinking a little more critically, like Sherlock. I need to start looking at everything with a double eye. Throw back again to that chimpanzee.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
chimpanzee.
that chimpanzee. I gotta start looking at him with a little side eye. Maybe he's up to
Yeah.
something.
He's up to something. He's actually in on this. He's watching me. There's a camera in his eyeball,
Exactly.
and over whoever dropped me off on this island is monitoring me through this chimp.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't want you to show your hand here. You don't obviously don't have to say it, but were you was there a thought process with you in mystery movies where you kind of had that thought like I don't know if it's gonna lose its luster or like
No, actually, I don't have a single mystery on the list. I don't have any like like I said, I didn't want to feel like any movie that was like a sadness thing. So I don't have
hmm
any like real. I guess like there are not all dramas are sad, but I
yeah
do, well that's not true. I do have a drama here that's on like my um honorable mentions, but most of my movies are honestly like because I was going so much for the rewatchability, all my movies are just like fun, good fun movies
yeah hmm
that I just like to throw on and can rewatch so many times because it's just the value is just in it being fun and awesome.
yeah 100%. And that's why I went with High School Musical. I know some people are questioning me, but nah, that is a fun movie. I can watch that over and
Who
over.
is questioning you?
I can already see it in the comments.
Oh,
As we're
okay.
recording this, I can already see the comments. But no,
Oh, I see.
that's why I picked that. And that's also why I picked The Longest Yard too. Just like fun movies. Some people are gonna find Scream 3 fun, but it's a fun movie to me. I've seen it enough times. Even now, I don't think any of the maybe the jump scares can still kind of get me now because it's been a little bit, but it's a fun movie to me. And my last pick is another fun type movie.
Mm,
And I get your idea because I my same thought process went to that too, where it's just like mine literally came to like, am I gonna go with just like five fun movies? Like I don't even give it like they're just fun and like not like they're bad movies, but like they're not clearly critically acclaimed. And like
yeah.
my list at first was none of those. Like I was like, I'm not picking Dark Knight, I'm not picking Inglorious Bastards. I'm gonna say that because I didn't pick it. I'm not picking these movies because I'm like they're good movies, but like I like I'm just want to watch something fun. Like I don't really
Yeah.
care to like critically think or anything. Like not saying you can't watch those and just enjoy them for fun, but like I'm not picking Memento. I'm not picking Prestige. I'm not picking these like deep thought movies in what's it called, Inception.
Yeah. And
I'm
then you
not
think,
picking any of these movies because I'm just like I'm on an island, I'm just gonna have some fun. Like
yeah, because part of my research process was I actually went to the Oscars website and I
mhm.
went to all the results from the 2000s to 2010,
Yeah.
and I looked at best picture winners,
Mhm.
any nominations. I just went
Yeah.
through, so like what were like just to remind me of what were some of the critically acclaimed
Yeah.
projects of the year, and almost like none of mine, except for like some of the animated ones, like Ratatouille, I think won best animated,
Yeah.
and like there's some stuff in there, but like for the most part, none of my movies are like the critically acclaimed ones. Because yeah, those are like good movies, but are there ones that you want to just like throw on when you're chilling by yourself on an
Yeah.
island? Like the
Exactly.
context matters, you know?
It does matter, and I think whether if we change the context, it's completely different movies get picked. But within this context, these are movies that came to my head, and I have my reasons for all of them. And we got four picks each. We're heading on into the last round, and I'm curious to see who you went with for your last pick.
This is gonna be tough. Here we go. So I have two here that I mean I have a bunch, but like there's
Yeah.
two that I've narrowed it down to, and I don't know what route to go.
Ooh, the suspense.
I don't know,
Can
Dion.
we hear your thought process without actually spoiling it? Like, what are the two
Sure.
things?
Okay, well one of them is another action movie
Okay,
that is intense but gripping and has great fights, great
interesting.
premise.
You got me nervous because it kind of sounds like my pick. So
Ooh, maybe I gotta take
go with
that
the
one.
other one. Go with the other one.
Okay.
What's the other one?
The other one is another like fun, super fun movie with again deep lore with like super great little details that like every single time I watch this movie, I notice another thing about it, which I think
Mm,
makes so great for like
yeah.
rewatches. Something like this is like, oh, this is why this person did that, and this is why
Hmm.
this is there, and why this is happening.
Interesting. Go off the
I'll
board. Pick something else. I don't want you to get my move.
No, you're right. I'll leave the possible conundrum to you. I'll be a nice guy, like because you left me or the extended edition of Lord of the
Okay.
Rings. And with my fifth pick,
Mm.
I'm gonna take Pirates of the Caribbean:
Ooh.
Dead Man's Chest,
Mm. That's good.
2006. That is the second one. That's the one with Davy Jones, the Kraken, and so fun, so
Yeah.
fun. This movie, it's the story just twists and turns in so many different ways. This is what I'm talking about. Like the lore is which is crazy because like Lord of the Rings, I talk about how deep the lore is with that because it was come from this book series that's like an encyclopedia
Yeah.
of so much information on characters and background and races of people
Yeah.
and places and all this stuff. Pirates of the Caribbean came from a ride at a
Yeah, I know. It's
amusement park.
crazy. It
And
is
then
crazy.
but there's so much detail to like the intricacies of the spirits and like because the world is just like legend, right? But in
Hmm.
real life, so it's not sci-fi, but like everything is just like juiced up a little bit, and
Yeah.
like and sea stories are real, like the Kraken and Davy Jones, like all this stuff is real. So like it's so layered with so many different details, and every time I watch it, the the way Jack Sparrow is like manipulating this person so that he can go and do this with this person, and this is why he told the not the king, but the guy that the East India Trading Company guy. This is why he
Yeah.
gave him this so that he can go and get Davy Jones to do that. And like, there's so many little things in like his plan and details of the ship and characters that I just every time I watch it, there's something new. I feel like I could rewatch this movie so many times. There's fun action, there's fun
Yeah.
story, funny moments. It's got it all. I love this movie.
No, it's an absolutely great pick. And I actually had that exact movie on
Mm.
my original list. And I took it off and it's in my honorable mentions. I'll just say, and I'll give my reason why I did end up going with it. But that's an absolutely great pick. You got me nervous because your description it sounded like my final pick. And but that's a great pick. I mean I'll say it right now. The reason why I didn't pick it since we're already
Yeah,
in it, why I
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
pick Pirates of the Caribbean, I got nervous that maybe it'd be a little too close to home. Just
yeah,
being stranded on an island and this
yeah.
whole pirates and stuff and the
That's
beach
literally
and all.
part of the movie is being stranded on an island.
Yeah,
Like they send Jack to an island that he's stranded on. Or was that
exactly.
the
That's what I'm
first one?
saying. Uh, well, he's stranded on. I think it's a couple times.
Yeah,
I think he gets put on an island a couple times. In the first one, this definitely happens.
right.
I think he almost gets put back on an island, and then we see him go through all of that.
That's
But
true. I actually didn't even take that in. That yeah, but it's you're right.
that's a little
Totally,
too
very
close to
close to
home.
very
that's
close
and
to
that's
home.
literally the reason I didn't pick it because I was like, I don't know, this might be a little too close. I'm just like imagine myself on the island being like, damn, he's stranded, and then you get to see him leave it, and
Yeah,
like,
true.
so
And you're like,
it's
oh man.
yeah. So that was literally the only reason I didn't pick Pirates of the Caribbean because I was like, man, that's way too close to home.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Which it will be fun, but then maybe every single time you get to that point, you'd be like, ah, maybe it'll motivate you because I need to get off this island, kind of
Yeah,
thing. I don't know, but all in Island decided it's a great movie and it's a great pick. A lot of rewatchability with all those pirates movies, so
yeah.
that's a great fifth pick.
And I do have a fun fact for this one too. Is
Yep,
that
go for it.
at the very end, they told the cast that it would be Anna Maria, Zoe Saldana's character, who's
Mm.
coming down the stairs, like at the very, very end. And so their reaction to seeing Barbosa come down the stairs is real.
Oh snap! That's sick. I didn't.
Yeah.
I wonder. I wonder. I gotta rewatch that now. I gotta see. I
Yeah.
gotta see that
See their
Jenny because it's been a
faces.
while. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen that one specifically. When's the last time you've seen that one? Has it been, or did you recently do a rewatch when we did the first
Yeah, because
episode?
we did the first movie as an episode a few months ago.
Yeah, plug to that episode. Go check it out
Yeah,
if you haven't
yeah,
seen
that's right. Go check
it.
it out. The Curse of the Black Pearl. Did I watch the second one? I don't know. But this is another one that like my wife absolutely loves. We love the
Mm,
Pirates of the Caribbean, so we throw them on all the time. So
yeah,
I know it pretty well. But
and
like
that's why I
watching it
100%.
again to see their
Yeah,
faces, I'll be interested.
I knew this was going to be on your list too, just based on our conversation where you said how much it's like a rewatchable movie for me. I'm like, oh, Pirates is going to be on his list. And I was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna have to get this early. I literally had a like one or two pick because like I know we're gonna be fighting for this. But then my reason to back out of it, I'm like, he can have it.
And music as well. We talk about the music.
Yeah,
Hans was
Hans,
cooking on this one. You
Hans. Yeah, that's
telling me
true.
you're on an island? I'm gonna be like sword fighting a tree, like just
No, you're right. You're 100% right. That's a
yeah.
great pick. That's a great pick. But now it's time for my final fifth and final pick. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. So for my pick, I mean, I have the privilege of knowing that literally everything's on the board now. I don't have to worry.
Everything that's ever come out between
Yeah,
January
exactly.
1st, 2000 and December 31st, 2009.
Exactly. I have the privilege. So I don't got to worry about like, oh man, like I got to pick this now or whatever it is. But I did tease earlier that because I gave you the extended version of Lord of the Rings,
Mm.
I want with my fifth and final pick, I'm going with Kill Bill, the whole bloody affair. And I don't know if that's acceptable. Are you
What?
aware what the whole bloody
I
affair
I don't
is?
even know. What is
Have
that?
you ever seen Kill Bill?
I
First of all,
haven't. No.
okay, so I won't
Those
go
are
too
some of
much
the
into
only
the plot.
Tarantino movies I haven't seen.
So Kill Bill 1 was made, and when
It
Kill Bill
was.
1 was made, it was made into a long ass movie, and he decided to actually just break it up into two movies because it'd be way too long movie for people to watch. It ends up being like 4 hours, so they cut it and put it into two movies. But then after they both came out, he said, "You know what? Let's all put it together how I intended it to be, which is the whole bloody affair.
Mm.
So it's the 4 hour movie. So I'm asking if I can get the whole bloody affair
Was
as
it
it
re-
is intended.
was it
It's
actually released as a movie?
There was a show you could watch it. There was minimal showings because they figured not everyone's gonna want to watch this full thing. But there was a minimal showings, and you can buy the box set as the whole bloody affair. There's
I
posters
guess if
for it.
if it came out as a,
There's a whole IMDb for it.
I guess it exists. I mean, if it had a showing, then I guess it counts. Like if it was in 2000s, if there
It's
was a
into
showing
There was a showing in
on
the
a
2000.
screen in the
Like, let me
2000s.
let me fact check that when the showing was. Well, not necessarily the IMDb, just so I don't. So someone, let me
Yeah,
see the
because
Kill
when
Bill.
yeah, because like if the both movies came out in the 2000s and then the whole bloody fair came out in the 2010s, then I don't think I
Yeah,
knew
no, that's
that.
true. So first one came out in 2003. The second one came out in 2004 because I guess so easy to go back to back because it was already
Yeah.
all there.
Yeah.
And then the whole bloody affair was 2006.
All right, you're good. You're good.
Hey, there we go. So there's a lot to go with that. Again, without getting too much into the plot, but it's a 4 hour and 7 minute
So you
movie. So
get the runtime.
that's a nice runtime. I mean, I think you're touching that with your extended edition, right? You're touching 4 hours too,
Oh
right?
my god, yeah. Let me look. Let me look.
So I get that. I get the privilege of having a long runtime when it's a day. I just feel like watching a 4 hour movie. Obviously, get the awesome kung fu action. In this world, I'd like it to be one thing to be erased from my mind is the fact that we ever watched the movie The Furious because I don't want to compare the action from this movie to The Furious because I don't want to watch any action movie and have The Furious in the back of my mind. But there's a lot of great kung fu action in this movie, so I get that aspect. There's always that dark humor in a Tarantino movie. We can go on Tarantino for days on how layered his
Yeah.
movie is, the lore, the cinematography, the interesting characters. Uma Thurman kills it in this movie. There's just I'll say a masterpiece. It's a little pretentious, and I actually didn't want to say it. I actually cut that out. It's a great movie. I never said another word.
You don't think it's okay to call something a masterpiece?
I don't know. I didn't like the way it came out of my mouth just now.
Oh, I
So
see.
it's a great movie. It, But that's my fifth pick. I appreciate you. That's the one that maybe I'll have you wait. Don't watch it now because we gotta do it for the podcast. And if
Yeah,
it's one of the
yeah.
few you haven't seen, we'll do it on the pod. We're not gonna do the whole bloody. Maybe this goes back to our other thing. Are we gonna do the whole bloody affair? Is that gonna be the episode where
Back to back?
we do one and two,
Yeah.
or we
I
just
don't
do
know.
one and then do two later? I don't know.
Cuz I feel like
We're brainstorming on the pod. Yeah,
after
go.
I watch the first one, I'm going to want to watch the second one.
Yeah,
And I'm not going to want to wait. Maybe that we do go back to back with that one.
this one's a little easier because it's not a three movies.
Yeah.
So maybe for
Yeah.
this one we do go back to back.
And not three long movies because so the extended edition of the Two Towers is 3 hours 55.
Damn.
So almost 4 hours.
Yeah, that's a lot. I don't know if we necessarily are we if we do Lord of the Rings. I don't know if we're doing extended for
No.
all of them.
No, 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 no,
We
no,
probably
no,
just do
no.
the theatrical cuts for them, and
Like
then
honestly, see, I'm trying to think. Like in this scenario,
on the
the
island.
extended gives me a juicier runtime, but I actually like the theatrical releases better. Maybe not for the second one, but especially for the first one. I think the extended is like too much. Like I think
Yeah,
it's especially if you're watching it for the first time. I mean, I've seen them a bunch, but like
yeah.
if you're watching it for the first time, there's a lot of stuff that like doesn't need to be in there. It makes sense that gets cut, but at the same time, it's nice to go like if you've seen it and you like them, check out the extendeds because then you get more
Yeah.
information. So, but like as far as like a rewatch, do I need the extended? I might even just go with the theatrical. I don't know.
It's up to you. I gave you the option. You gave me this,
Yeah,
so I'm still gonna give it to you.
yeah.
Whatever you choose. Before
Have
you
the
get on the
option.
island, though, you got to make a decision. You can't have both
That's you're right. Yeah,
because
yeah. That's
that's
fair.
two. Then you get in two movies. But
That's fair.
that's it. We got our 5 movies. We'll recap it. You list your 5, and I'll list my 5. So
Yeah.
remind everyone what your 5 movies were.
So coming on the island with me, I've got The Dark Knight 2008. I've got Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers 2002. Ratatouille, the 2007 Pixar film. I've got Rush Hour 2 that came out in 2001. And Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest 2006. All fun movies. I can watch all of these all the time, and I'm going to. It's
That's
going to be
great.
great.
That's a great selection. So for mine, my number one pick was High School Musical 2, came out in 2007. I Scream 3 came out in exactly the year 2000. I got The Longest Yard, which came out in 2005. And then number 4 was Sherlock Holmes, which came out in 2009. Kill
Mm,
Bill, the whole bloody affair. I thank Scott, shout out Scott for letting me get it.
don't you?
2006. And yeah, I mean, the Scream one is the only one that's probably not the fun, but I guess I have an absurd the definition of fun because it'll be fun for me. But
Yeah.
everything else, I'm
As
getting
long
my
as you like it.
laughs, I'm getting my tracks, I'm getting my Sherlock, I'm getting my action, and we good. And I want to hear some of your honorary mentions. What we won't go too long because there's obviously probably a lot of honorary. We'll do at
I
least 3
have
each, two,
I have
three each.
one, two, three. Like I have like 7 honorary mention, but we don't have to like I can quickly list even a couple of the last ones. But anyways, so the one that I was between on my last pick
Mm-hmm.
that I went with Pirates of the Caribbean, but I was going with The Bourne Identity.
Mm,
Came out in
I was thinking about
'02.
those two.
That's what I was talking about. Like Amnesia is always a great premise for a movie.
Yeah.
Matt Damon's awesome. Great fights, problem solving, awesome spy drama, just with the
Mm.
corruption of everything. That movie rocks.
That's a good pick. The one that I was teasing was Aviator. I've never seen Aviator. I've
Ah,
heard it's a good movie. It's a long movie, so I was thinking like runtime. I like Leo. Leo's the star of that movie, and that was I was willing to take the risk on that because I always whenever because I'm someone that likes collecting movies. I go to the thrift store, and I always take it as in like not a lot of people don't collect movies; they just give them back. They're donating them. Certain movies you always see. I always see the Harry Potter movies because everybody and their mama had those movies. I always see Shrek. I always see Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I always see Gladiator. I always see Aviator.
hmm,
A lot of people own these movies. That means something. People went out of the way to buy them after they watched them, so that means something. And I've never seen it, so I'm like, that would be maybe the never seen movie that I take to the island with me. Didn't end up going with it because I got cold feet.
okay.
I got
See, I
cold
was
feet.
wondering too. Like, you mentioned Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Like, were actors kind of playing into your head? Like, oh, I gotta have a Brad
Mm,
Pitt movie. Like, I know you're a big Brad Pitt guy.
that's true. I didn't pick a Brad Pitt movie, did I? No, I
No.
didn't. I wasn't thinking actors. No,
Okay.
I was just thinking about like I was thinking more experience and
Yeah.
how the movies made me feel and how I think that would affect me on the island in that sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, my second runner up would have been, well, I had Shrek 2.
Mm,
Came out in '04. That's when you get Puss in Boots gets in there, Prince
true.
Charming and the Fairy Godmother. There's so many fun characters. And I also just love, man. I even went back on YouTube and like watched this scene, but like the parodies in the town of Far
Oh
Far
yeah.
Away of real stuff is just hilarious. Like
Yeah.
there's the Hollywood sign, the Burger Prince, Baskin
Yeah.
Robin head, Versace, and they have the parody of the cops show. They call it
Oh
Knights.
yeah, that was
Bro, Google it.
hilarious.
Shrek
Oh my
2
god.
Knights. It kills me, bro.
So
The
hilarious.
pepper spray, the like grinding pepper in his in his eyes.
And even there's the one bit too. I don't know if you're gonna get to it when Puss in Boots like the catnip, and like
Catnip.
I swear that's not mine.
It's not mine, I swear. And then Donkey, because he's the white horse now, he
Yeah,
gets tackled. Ah,
yeah.
police brutality, and it's just the way they shoot it, just like a cop show.
Oh, it's so
And there's
good.
the narrator going, and it's
I
hilarious.
recently watched them too. I did a Shrek marathon with Eloise. We
Mm.
watched all 4 movies
What's your favorite?
when she was doing my hair. I don't know the soundtrack in the first one's crazy. Hey, like Hey Now You're an
Mm.
All Star goes
Yeah,
hard.
true.
and like Hallelujah, and what's the other one too? What's
In
the
the
other
first,
song in the first? Yeah, it's All Star, and I
I'm.
can't.
Is it
It's another smash. It's another Smashing Pumpkins. Not Smashing
Smash
Pumpkin.
Mouth? Is it?
Smash Mouth. Yeah,
It's
it's gonna
when
bother me if I don't. I know it's on my phone.
they're walking back to Duloc with the
Yeah.
princess and like but they're falling in love, right? That is that one?
Oh yeah, when I saw her face, I'm a
Oh,
believer. Yeah,
I'm a
that's the one. Is that the one you
believer.
were thinking of?
No,
Yeah, it's I'm a
actually, I don't
believer.
think it
It's I'm a
was, but
believer.
that is a
But
banger.
I almost picked that for the soundtrack and just because the movie bangs. But
Yeah,
no, that's a
yeah.
great pick. And to round it off, I'm just gonna throw out two more movies, and then you can give
Throw it out. Yeah, I
another
could
honorary
just
mention if you got.
throw a couple more out.
But I was thinking about doing Harry Potter, the first one, because I really like that movie. But I was like,
Okay.
it's gonna make me want to watch the whole series, so I threw it out. Pirates, I already mentioned, and then Cheaper by the Dozen is like a childhood movie that I really
Okay.
like. But I was like, I think that's gonna make me feel lonely. It's a movie about
True.
a family of 12, and I'm just there
Yeah.
by myself.
True.
I got no homies, no friends, no siblings. So
You
I
got
was
the
like,
chimp.
yeah, I got the chimp.
Yeah.
I got the chimp. But what about you? What were your
I'll
last
just li-
couple throwing out ones?
I'll list my last few. White Chicks,
Mm,
another really funny one. Insanely rewatchable. Spider-Man 2,
mm.
Toby
I pied
and
Spider
Doc
Man
Ock.
one.
You would have gone with one?
Yeah, I would have went with one. But that's a
That's
good
okay.
pick.
Fair enough. I mean, you even mentioned it in Glorious Bastards. It's great. It's just a great movie. I love
It
that
is a good
movie.
movie.
Monsters Inc. You mentioned that one too. And I threw in lastly There Will Be Blood. Love that movie, but like
Yeah,
not
it's kind
super
of dark.
rewatchable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I feel like it's kind of like we were talking about the whole like the vibes, and like I don't know if that's a vibe of movie on an island.
yeah. That's why I didn't pick it, but
Yeah,
great movie.
it is a great movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did think about it. There's a lot of movies I thought about. Like I literally have a list of like my list initially started with like 20 something movies, and I was like, okay, now I need to narrow it down, and
Yeah.
it's
It's
fun though.
tough.
It was a fun exercise for sure.
Yeah, we'll do it again with different decades. We were talking about we could do it with different decades, different genres specific, or we could
Yeah.
do different types of things. It was
Yeah,
fun.
we could revisit the 2000s just in a different scenario. Like I'd love to hear if any of the film family have ideas. Like I thought about like the next one I had was like a time capsule one. It's like if you had to in your eyes five movies
Ah,
that for like a 2000s time capsule like hey, these were the best movies from the 2000s in my eyes. Boom, here you go.
yeah.
That's and that was that's gonna be a whole different list than an island list or like there's something you could do with that. And I'd be curious to hear any of the film family members if you have any ideas or give us your movies that you take on the Stranded Island. You don't necessarily have to give us your exact reason. Just throw the list out on us in an Instagram, YouTube comments, whatever, Spotify comments. I'd love to hear it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we weren't able to do a family meeting post for this one, but that would have been interesting actually just
Yeah.
throwing it up like what would you if you could take even one movie on a stranded island, what would it be?
Yeah. No, 100%. Do you have any final thoughts? Any last movies you want to talk about or mention before we
No, this is fun. I mean, I will say that while this episode comes out,
mm,
I'm on vacation.
yeah.
I'm on vacation, so um, this was a fun episode to do. Hopefully, if while this is actually airing, I'm having a great time. I'm gonna be having a great time.
Mm,
Hopefully, Dion is holding down the fort over here. He's got a fun episode coming up next week for you
yes.
guys.
Don't know what it is yet. So
Yeah,
I'll just be
still to
honest,
be decided,
but it's
but
gonna be something. It's gonna be a banger. Ideally, would love to get Eloise on the show. We'll see. She's got a busy schedule. I know she's already preparing for TIFF next year. She's got a
that's
crazy
right.
schedule. Like
Yeah,
we,
yeah.
so we'll see how she's doing with her schedule and everything. But
Hmm.
I'm excited. I'm excited to keep it going, and I'm gonna put a little competition on it too. Let us know in the comments also like which one you movie list you like better. They're
True.
very different styles of lists, but all in jest, all in fun. And we're not gonna the show's not gonna end.
Oh
If you
yeah,
guys do pick Scott, though, the show is gonna end.
yeah,
But no, I'm just kidding. We will go do whatever you want to do, whatever list you like more. And again, give us your feedback. If you like this kind of episode, let us know if you want to see more of these kind of things. Give us suggestions on the next decade we should do. If you've been rocking with us for a bit, hit us with a rating or hit us with a 5-star rating. We always appreciate the feedback we get from the film family. We love reading reviews and comments and stuff on the podcast. we love talking movies, obviously. We want to just keep growing this family, and that's the way to do it. With the reviews, it gets us noticed more. More people will be like, "Oh, what's the Film Room podcast?" They'll look at the reviews and be like, "Okay, people are messing with these guys." It's just that little extra word of mouth thing. Tell a friend, but the reviews also help too. So, and we appreciate everyone that does give the feedback in the comments.
100%. Yeah, that's why we shout them out every episode that we
100%.
can. We shout you out, and yeah, one star for every movie you're bringing to the island.
Yeah,
If you
exactly.
see the chimp,
Exactly.
tell him what's up.
Exactly. And with that being said, I don't have anything because we usually do it attached to a movie. I don't know
True.
how to do my little outro. But remember, um,
On the island, there are no survivors.
no,
Only movies, Walkmans, and solar-powered DVD players.
exactly. And watch out for the chimp.
Watch out for the chimp. He's a sneaky one.
And peace out.